Trying to catch this long here. This is my third attempt. 1p up move is 5,400 from here. But I want to measure it from down here, 54. $85, then 17. Looking to take out the highs. And get the 3p target along the way is 54.63. 3p target from entry point is 48. That's good enough. Call it 47. Four P target 79. So we'll protect, look at 79, and we'll be going after the 77. Right here is a break-even day right there. Get up to here, we'll be protecting break-even. Protecting break-even. Protected break-even because we had already had 2 losses there. I didn't want to take a third. Take it when it's available. We're inside a dead zone here. I still think this market's going up, but I have no idea. What I didn't like about it is it stalled right through here. It spooked me. because this is easily come on down here. And this is just a fake out going up. I'm going to pause and see what it happens in a little bit. The trade I missed today that I liked was this one. Getting in here at 46. If we measure this one, this move, 54.55. $61 would be a 3P target down. So there was a 3P target down from that entry point that would have brought it in. So this is the trade I missed. I was waiting for it to do what I was waiting for, because we were trading between pivot and R1 on this trade. I was waiting for it to form a 1, 2, 3. I wanted it to come back up over my highway and then get involved in it. I didn't want to just take a fake out, because we were trading pivot point to R1, and we've already been trading here all session. We haven't. In fact, the low was 63, right? Or the low prior was above the pivot point. So the low prior to the day on the session was greater than pivot. So what I wanted, it was a 1, 2, 3 setup and then get in, but we really didn't see it till here, and it already went too far. So then I was just waiting for a retracement trade that might have shown some strength to keep on going up. So after 3 trades, I'm up 5 ticks. I'm positive on the day, and I just anyway. So that's a 3P move from the high, the swing high right there, and then you see the highest volume bar printing on the charts here, right there. 1850 at 1011 was highest volume bar, and I stayed out of the market until this part, until we saw highest volume bar. I didn't like. If you look back here, I looked at this bar right here. I kept looking, kept looking, kept looking. I wasn't real confident onto the long until we hit the load. And I started going after it after we got close to the low again. I stayed away from it until that point. But I really, really, really wanted this long trade. I wanted to go long. Excuse me, I wanted to come short right in here, but I didn't want to do a fake out and a nut move. So if you look here, when that trade happened, this was going on right here. So I didn't want to do a fake out and a nut move. I wanted a 1, 2, 3 and then get involved in it. And this is highest volume bar of the trading session right here. Gonna pause. Alright, if I see anything else, I'll let you know, but probably I'm done on day right now. It took a long time for me to find a trade that I wanted to even attempt to take on. And I really wanted this one over here. This is what I wanted. What I told myself though is when this printed, I just didn't want to just jump in the market, which obviously in hindsight, jumping in was the thing to do. And remember, what about hindsight? You're always right in hindsight. You can always justify why your trade worked out. But this would have been the entry point on a fake out right there, right below if you go up here, this is where the line finishes up. So sell below, right? So what I wanted to see is kind of something like this, and then sell below here, and then take it down. That was kind of what I wanted to see, and I wanted to see it go back there and attempt that high again, and then sell it coming back down through. It just didn't look back. It went on down. This was Friday's high right here. This line right here is Friday's high. That's why it's on. And it's been, if you look back, if you go back here and look to the left today, it's been up. It's been like that on that Friday's high all session long. So it's been fighting it there. So it's been a difficult trading day. There was a possible trade right at the 8 o'clock open, but it was only worth about 1p move, and I didn't like it. Above, we were trading above the pivot point at that point. My sweet spot is pivot point to S1. When we're trading below the pivot point, going towards S1, that's where I really like doing the fake outs. Not a huge fan of fake out and a proven market that looks like it's stronger on the up than the down. And I certainly don't like really doing fake outs. But well, I got involved, I guess you can say I got involved in some anomaly bars on the trade. So what got me excited about taking longs on here was the anomaly here and anomaly here. So as far as my long trades went, I got involved in anomaly bar take up, and I was hoping that we could at least get to here. And we would hold and push forward. If this was a true up move, it would not have stopped here on this move right here. It would have went up. Exactly. I think personally, I think it would have went up to at least the 54.30, whatever that prior day high was. So now it's stopping right in this area, puts it in question which way it wants to go. Because right now, honestly, it could come down this way just as easily as go that way. Best place to be is sidelines on that kind of stuff, especially when you're on a loss side and you're trying to get back to even. Take what the market will give you. Rope-a-dope, baby, rope-a-dope. Be back in a bit. All right, a few minutes later, we see that we're trading below this range. Looks like a good decision to get out when we got out. Taking what we could and moving on. Hindsight, you're always right? So the trade that I wish I would have been able to catch was this one, and I explained why I didn't get involved. I don't like, well, you know, always in hindsight. What I can tell you about trading is you're always right in hindsight. So what happens here today, what I wanted once again to see was something like this and then get involved in it. It did not work out. So this is highest volume bar on session, and what I did is I waited after this came across. I waited for the low to come across, and then I took a shot at the long side, thinking that we could bust through this level here. On this retracement move right now, we weren't able to get anywhere near that. We stopped right around here, I believe. So if we speed this up, so this move here ran a 3p target from the high, and that was worth 94 ticks from the high. So if I could have got involved here, it would have been a nice little winning trade right there. Even if I would have caught 2p of it, it would have been a plus 50 day. So this was the trade that I tried to catch, but I saw it. I just wasn't able to capture and move on into it, and so therefore I didn't talk about it until after the fact, because it didn't really look back until right in here, and it had moved too far at that point. I guess I could have got involved in it through here, and we would have went on down to this level. But honestly, I wanted to catch it up here. So if you look back, like I talked about, we were up at this level a whole bunch of times, and I wasn't completely convinced that we were done going up. So I wanted to be cautious on my short entry, and I waited, and it didn't show. You know, this was. I mean, like I said, look, this is. I'm just scrolling back, and you see how many times that we were trading at that level, right? It consistently was been trading at that level, and this was the Sunday night or Sunday evening when the market opened up, and this is the high of session, and this was Friday's high. And if you look back from there, how many times that we were at Friday's high? A whole bunch of times. And then, believe it or not, that volume bar that you saw was highest volume bar on the session. I really wanted to take on a short trade today if it would have played. This is a nice little move right there. And then you see, finally you see highest volume bar kicking in right here. Now, another thing that we could have looked at is high to high, right? I would have been okay with taking a fake out if it only would have moved up between 2 to 5 ticks from this move right here, and then you saw this come out. So if it would have stopped basically maybe right in here, I'd have been okay with shorting around here and taking it on at that point. But it went up higher than I expected or wanted to see it. And I guess if I would have just sold below this line, you know, but the thing that you did not know when that bar came across is, yeah, you get in here, but it could have just as easily done that to you. So we made the lows here underneath pivot, and that's when I got involved in it. It was being patient, but the trade that I really wanted today was up here, and I wasn't able to catch that move. All right, I'm going to pause here.